Ready?
Ready.
Let's get it, pues. Vamos a chingarle. Está rica. Let's go, baby.
Let's get it.
Vámonos. Feels good to be back.
I know,
again.
bro. We're back finally after I was out sick last week, man.
No mames, güey. Cada otra semana.
Andaba malillo.
Andas bien mal. No, güey. All the time.
I know, man.
You need your vitamins and your pinches.
Those pinches Flintstone vitamins that
Yeah,
we used to take.
multivitamins y los pinches. Una agüita y I don't know what else. House remedies. I could echártelos.
I feel better now, so happy to be back. Y seguir chingándole.
A huevo. Right before your birthday.
I know, man.
This is the top news, folks. So if we're talking top news, it's Cesar's birthday tomorrow, and you guys will be hearing all of this.
Yeah, Thursday, 25th.
Drop a happy birthday in the Discord.
Algo
le manda sus bendiciones. Pues sí, ¿no? Que le vaya bien al pinche Cesar.
27 times around the sun.
27, yeah. Late 20s now.
Estamos, sí, ya.
You're not even mid. People say 27 is late 20s. Do you think it's mid or late 20s?
No, it's late 20s now.
27, 28, 29.
Range, yeah. Well, I still remember being 21, and I'm like, bro, it's 27 already, no manches.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Se pasa bien rápido.
Se pasa la madre, güey. Next thing you're gonna snap, vas a tener 30.
I know, dude.
Va a estar cabrón la cosa. No, but yeah, big happy birthday to Cesar. Y pues no tenía que faltar algo, ¿no? A ver.
No, bro.
A ver. Ya me iba a chingar el whole pinche setup. What do we got for el Cesar? What do we got? A ver. Que lo abra. Sorry, I didn't have birthday packaging at home. I didn't have birthday packaging.
Bro, I don't need birthday packaging. Look at this. Look at this beauty.
A huevo.
Luis.
Let's go.
Puro mineros de Zacatecas.
If you guys know, Cesar is from Zacatecas, originario de Zacatecas, tierra caliente.
Zacatecas,
and look at that. Dude. Let me turn back around. A ver. Damn, that shit's like a first division jersey.
Appreciate you, bro.
Let's go. Let us know.
Is so freaking sick.
Let us know in the comments. Y'all fuck with lower division jerseys, Liga de Expansión in Mexico. What do you guys think?
It says Rostro de Cantera y Corazón de Plata.
Whoa, I don't really know what that means.
There's a lot of mining in Zacatecas, the Platas, the Oros.
Oh, see?
Yeah, bro. This is so sick, bro. Appreciate you.
Hell yeah, man.
Where'd you get it? Where'd you find it?
Classic football shirts.
Oh, they had it?
Yeah.
Dude,
I copped. There was one left.
No way.
I was like, pa su
I
cumple.
need to wear it. Hold on.
Ay. Birman Loki be far with their shit, man. They're kind of getting snubbed now by Charlie. Sheesh. Oiga, ¿juega para Mineros usted?
Claro. Ahorita estamos en los United States.
Ahorita me vine.
Me
vine. Va a jugar con Farolito.
De regreso. ¿Qué tal, gente?
Dude, that shit is dope as fuck. The color gradient, that like bluish gray into the white is fucking dope.
Fuck it, dude.
Yeah, let us know in the comments, folks, if you guys like these jerseys. This is dope. De la Liga de Expansión in Mexico. But yeah, if you're just tuning in, no, Cesar, no, it's not two separate episodes. We got Cesar a jersey from his home state.
Home state.
Mineros de Zacatecas, from the motherland. No, pues sí, va a estar bueno el episodio, folks. Another jam-packed agenda for you guys. A whole bunch in top news, a whole bunch of footy the past week. We'll talk a little bit about things that we can recall from before that were big in the news just because we've been out for a bit. A whole bunch of stuff out of Barcelona, right, in the coaching sector. Getting eliminated in Champions League, all these things, big names coming to MLS, in Liga MX, players getting in trouble, right, for laser pointing. We'll talk about that. Champions League happened with CONCACAF Champions League, a whole bunch of stuff, man, and let's get it.
Jam-packed per usual.
Per usual, folks. And we appreciate you guys. If I could take a second, we're almost at 150 subscribers across Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts. So if you guys are tuning in and not subscribed, not getting our notifications on your favorite podcast platform, please do so. It really helps us with rankings. It helps us get seen and listened to by new people and growing our community, folks, right?
Hell yeah, and appreciate guys, those of you who are tuning in and already subscribed. You guys keep us going, and, gracias por todo.
And just one last thing, folks. One really exciting note. We have our first official partnership as Golsided. We're going to be working with Goals TV. We're going to be providing them with exclusive Liga MX content. So keep an eye out. If you guys haven't heard of Goals TV, we did an episode with Jose 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, for 100th episode.
Yeah, we had him on as our first guest. It's a soccer platform online, pure footy content, right? Almost like a video hosting content like a YouTube, but just for soccer creators.
Soccer lovers,
soccer lovers. Yep.
Yeah.
Your one-stop shop. So if you guys love footy content, you got to be on goals.tv is the website. We're actually going to have our first episode of exclusive Liga MX content up there by tomorrow. So keep an eye out in the Discord. We'll have steps for how you guys can subscribe to our page on there. Follow us on there if you guys love it, because we'll have specific things you won't see on Apple Podcasts or anywhere else.
Yeah.
And we're actually going to do a giveaway for the first episode. Sure. Keep an eye out in the Discord for the giveaway, or head into goals.tv to watch the episode where we'll talk about the steps on how to get it done.
Hell yeah, but super excited for this, and we want to thank Goals for the opportunity. And yeah, we love Liga MX, and we hope to make this bigger and bigger every time.
Yeah, let's get it, folks. All right, in top news, the biggest top news just happened today. I already had this note, but it completely developed today. Xavi Hernandez, el motorcito de Terraza, who didn't want to stay at Barcelona, who kind of wanted to stay in Barcelona, said out of nowhere, I'm gone after this season, was rumored to want to stay now, and is officially now confirmed.
It's really interesting because he was in such a bad place that he needed to come out and say, all right, I'm done with the season. At the end of the season, I'm gone.
It kind of sounded like he did it because of that.
Yes.
Right? Like coaches, you're professional. You're not really supposed to leave when the going gets tough, right?
Yeah.
But it seemed like they were doing so bad that he was just like, nah, fuck this shit. I'm gonna quit anyways, right?
Yeah.
Don't be mad at me.
Or maybe you like another like angle you can also look at it is like, I'm just not good enough to be for this club. So it's better if I just announce that I'm leaving. So it gives time to the Laporta or the owners to look for a good or a better coach so they can get him out of this rut, right?
Yep.
But now he has a good stand, like a good few games, especially that Champions League where he passed on to the quarterfinals, and it's like now he's gonna stay. Now he's in a better place. It almost seems like it's a toxic environment to where if I do bad, I'm gonna say I leave, and then I do good, all of a sudden I'm staying. It's like, where are we really at?
Yeah,
in terms of like the coaching and the structure of the club.
Yeah, and it goes back to the first one, right? Him saying I'm leaving because it seemed like he was leaving because they're doing bad, right? And then all of a sudden they start doing a little bit better, and now it sounds like he wants to stay. So deja ese sabor de boca un poco. But at the end of the day, I think a lot of the fans want him to stay. I think a lot of the fans are fine with it. He's a club legend, right? You always want your club legends to do well.
And who knows? Maybe the players themselves were like, "Hey, coach, like we would love if you stayed. Yep. We believe in your system. We believe in this group of guys, and hay que seguirle."
Yeah.
So maybe that could also like put pressure into him or gave him, maybe it is a good idea if I stay.
Yep. Yeah, but looking back at it a little bit, won La Liga last season.
Yeah.
Right? This season, everything was kind of going wrong. A lot of injuries, no outside backs, center backs are struggling, no 9, overplaying the young kids, them getting injured with Pedri and Xavi, right? Eliminated now in Champions League, eliminated in Copa. Seems like La Liga is completely gone now that they're, 11 points behind Real Madrid.
Yeah, they needed the win this past weekend, which we'll talk about.
Right. But overall, I think the el ánimo in Barcelona and the locker room, outside of the locker room, spewing out, seems a bit more positive all of a sudden. And it's crazy that football is about these moments because all of a sudden, he's not doing any better. He's eliminated and everything, but it just feels better.
Yeah.
Right. And we saw people in the Discord saying, okay, next season he'll have Frankie de Jong, Gavi, Pedri healthy. If they can get him a better striker, Rafinha's doing better. Would they get Julian Araujo back? Right. Can he build a team?
Yeah.
Right. Are you happy with him being there? Would he be fine giving him more time?
I'm fine. I was fine for him to stay this whole time. It was just, I think the way he handled it, like professionally, seems like makes it seem to where like, do we really want to trust, or is there like there's a doubt in the back of your mind now? But at the end of the day, like he is in second place of La Liga, and he was close both in Champions and he was close in the league to keep competing. But he just at the end of the day, he just didn't have the right pieces. So it does make you think, all right, maybe next season, if you can add like a key few pieces, maybe he can fight longer, fight Real Madrid for that title, because he already did it, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe he can go to semis or further in Champions League. Like you can have all these like they're positive notes now that makes you look ahead to that next season.
That's going to be the big question, right? Real Madrid is coming with the Galacticos next season, right? So the question that Laporta has to have, maybe not now because now he signed him, but I would assume they would have is if we get Xavi certain key pieces that we can afford, because there's limitations, can he defeat this all-star Real Madrid, right? That's the big thing, right? And if he doesn't think he has that confidence in him, then he would have gone for somebody else and been like, what you have right now, Xavi, that you're showing me, I don't see getting any better even if I get you better players. So I'm going to go with somebody else, right? It seems like he has that confidence that, okay, Xavi with this group can do very well. If he has this group because of money, he'll do fine. He'll do well. Maybe they'll do better now that they're getting the motivation, but maybe get him some more pieces.
Yeah, and also the young kids are a big piece in this. Like Cubarsi, like he only found him, in December? Like now he's getting consistent minutes and he's been starting for Barcelona. It's like now he has 6 months under his belt for when the new season starts. Like maybe you can get these kids to be staples and start building that team with Lamine Yamal, with Julian Araujo coming back. And just looking for maybe go back to Barca Athletic to Rafa Marquez and find you a left back.
Yeah.
Or find you another center mid or a striker. But I think all of these young kids are a really positive point where Barcelona can look towards the future, not necessarily just go for a big price tag.
Yeah.
Like
what do you
did with Rafinha.
What do you think is going to be like the next measure of sucking that he would need to break for them to be like, all right, this guy's just not the guy, right? Because like right now he's going to finish the season, and he's going to finish second, right, in La Liga, and then next season if they get him the pieces, and then Real Madrid starts breaking away 10, 15 points. Right. At what point do we look at Xavi now and say like, no, man, we got two better players and you're just not cooking?
I mean, I think you have to give him that whole year. Like you can't really break it in December in the winter transfer season and say, all right, like all the alarm bells are coming on and like he has to go.
What's going to be tough because before December we'll figure out if Barcelona gets grouped in Champions League.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If he gets grouped in Champions League, do you keep Xavi?
I think you still have to keep Xavi.
Damn.
Yeah.
When you get him more pieces, you give him the confidence that he's getting the things better, and then le va peor.
Pero I don't think que le puede ir peor ahora con Lamine Yamal having a year in like professional, like high level footy, a year with Cubarsi in the high level footy. Like Gavi, Pedri, all these other pieces.
He shouldn't get grouped.
He shouldn't.
Should not.
There shouldn't
That's
be.
why. So if he does, va a ser fracaso, and he should be out at that point.
I mean,
you'll have half of a season. Real Madrid might even be breaking away at that point. All right, right. So maybe you rebuild with somebody else. If Xavi goes 1 year getting knocked out in quarters, next year getting grouped or knocked out very early.
Yeah,
and then you figure it out from there. Okay, bring in.
They're going to put in Rafa Marquez. I don't think they'll bring in anybody else.
Yeah, I mean,
at that point.
That's another big note. Rafa Marquez not going to Barcelona A, to the main squad because Xavi is staying.
I mean, I think the system that they have now, it's been working out well, right? Like Rafa Marquez preparing the young kids for that first division or that first team.
So now Barcelona Athletic is playing for promotion to La Segunda. And apparently Lamine Yamal and Cubarsi have offered themselves up to go down to help them win.
That's dope.
Son mamones.
Hey, hay que ganar.
Échenle ganas, pues, cabrones.
They're
like, hey, how much do we win money-wise if we win the third division? No, that's bullshit.
They're 17, bro.
Pues sí, pues que se hagan nombrecitos entonces. All right, folks. Second in top news, local here, LAFC. They signed a World Cup winner in Olivier Giroud.
Another World Cup winner.
Another one.
Right, because they got Hugo Lloris.
Do you think he texted him?
Yeah, hell yeah.
He's like, hey,
come through. Está Hollywood y lo que quieras aquí hay, tú vente.
Hay todo, es Califas.
Hay tacos también.
Hay tacos, güey. Y los clubs también, perros. Yeah, las mimosas are fucking fire.
I know. Y luego si quieres ir a Chinese food, bajas a Tijuana, agarrar Chinese food.
Nomás dile a tu doña que es Chinese food.
Pero no, I mean, for real, he for sure called them and was like, yo, come over here. Stadium is amazing. I bet you he said they got big fans in LA. Fans, the atmosphere, the city, the climate, anything you want. Like it's in LA.
And it's competitive footy, right? They're always in the talks about best teams in North America, right? So if you're gonna leave Europe for a league where it is more cushy still, right? Then maybe do it at the most competitive team, generally the most competitive team in that area. Now, question for you. Do you think in the conversation that Hugo Lloris had with Olivier Giroud, he called it a retirement league?
Nah.
Do you think he was like, hey, it's great to come and retire at?
I don't think he said retire. I think he just said, yo, like, come, you'll go play footy. Then after you could just watch sold it with other things.
Pues todos Los Ángeles, right? Las estrellas.
So sí,
go watch the Lakers.
I don't think he necessarily said, just come and retire. I think he said, yo, come play footy.
Yeah, he's like, great retirement league. You'll have so much fun. He probably listed so many other things. So he's like, oh, yeah, and then we'll be on the same team. Yeah. We'll still be playing soccer.
Yeah. He for sure said it like that.
Yeah. This could be bigger things to come, right? We've been seeing this bubbling up of bigger names coming. Lloris broke the internet coming over. Luis Suarez was a big name, right? They need to get younger and younger, which we're seeing some of them. Yeah. But this could be more to come. Give me a name of somebody that you think should be coming to MLS soon.
A name that should be coming to the MLS soon.
I'll give you mine. Antoine Griezmann.
Oh, that's a good pick.
He's been rumored, right? He's been throwing Easter eggs saying that he would love to come. He's still at a very high point in his career, but gives me the vibes like he'd be one of those, like, yeah, I'm at a very good point, but I'll dip. Go to Miami, go to New York, go to LA.
I don't know how old. I'm thinking of like a Leon Bailey.
Leon Bailey. That fool's at the peak of his career.
But he's at the peak of his career, but maybe in like 3-4 years, Jamaican. He still wants to. Just by interviews, I've noticed that he likes that like lifestyle,
lavish
lifestyle. Go to Miami, New York, or LA. I'm sure he'll be more than happy.
Miami, right close to Jamaica.
Right close to similar climate.
Orlando, maybe. Oh, Orlando.
Good one.
Scouting department, let's go.
But yeah, I think it'd be somebody who I can see in the MLS in a few years.
In a couple of years. I like it. All right. All right, folks. The last one that I had in the top news, a bit more controversial. This one here. Nahuel Guzman in Liga MX about a week and a half ago. He got caught using a laser pointer towards his fellow colleague, Andrada, the Monterrey goalkeeper. Right, folks, if you guys haven't been following along with it, Tigres played against Monterrey. It's the Clásico Regio in northern Mexico. And it was a very heated match, a lot of back and forth, really late goal them Tigres to tie it up, right? Yeah. It was a very emotional match. And then all of a sudden you see lasers being pointed at Andrada. And then there's a camera angle that shows it coming up from the palco, from the fucking suites.
you can see Nahuel Guzman literally.
It's his bald ass fucking head.
Yeah, being mischievous, being super evil, silver tooth kid, just pointing at Andrada with his big old laser. I thought it was the funniest shit ever, dude. That's such Nahuel Guzman type vibes to do that.
It's so vibes, but that's so shit from the footy world. It's terrible. Like, my guy, they're trying to eliminate so many of these things from the footy game, right? A lot of hooliganism, a lot of really bad things from the stands for you to just fucking do the same thing.
Come out on national television.
Like, my guy, what was your thought process? Did he order it on Amazon?
Somehow.
And it's at home? Did he take it from somebody in the stands?
Dude, I can see him just say, yo, like, where can I get a laser? Orders it 2 days before the game.
That's what I'm saying. And then he walked
Easily,
in with it.
bro. He's that type of dude.
He's like,
no le estoy pegando en el ojo. A ver, let me move
and he's like, no, but I will tell you one thing. Aguas on his first game back. Nahuel Guzman, watch the type of treatment that he gets when he comes back. He got suspended for a long period of time. But when he comes back, if he plays a Chivas, a Monterrey, if it's Monterrey, it's going to be terrible. Yeah. But he's going to get lasers from every direction.
Like that one Mo Salah video where he's about to take a PK and literally
Jesus
lasers
Christ,
all
for the Egypt.
Face.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he also got an internal fine from Tigres, which kind of like,
that's
do
bullshit.
You think, why is that bullshit?
Because I think they probably just under the table paid it back to him. I don't think they cared. I don't think they cared. If they cared, supposedly these things are clauses in your contract where if you affect the team in such a way, they can take away your contract. They can rescind the contract and not have to pay you any form of severance or breaking of the contract fees because you fucked it up. Yeah. Right?
Which I think should happen, right? None of this stuff should be allowed. He should have got his contract broken. I'm going to go find another club.
Yeah, if it wasn't Nahuel Guzman, if it was a 22-year-old, if it was Fulgencio, way, he would have gotten beat up by the security guards.
Sácate con todas tus cosas, vámonos.
A la calle.
Yeah, so much that, I mean, they transferred him real quick after that bullshit he did at the Azteca in the final. So, yeah, I feel you there. If it was anybody else, they would have been gone. They would have gotten fined, contract rescinded, vámonos.
Mm-hmm. But that's the thing. Yeah, some players have a bit of that special treatment. No, but yeah, get that shit out of the game, man. Nobody loves seeing the lasers. It fucks with the beauty of the game, right? If players can't optimally perform, it's not what we as fans go to watch.
Yeah.
Right, and it sucks that it's a fellow soccer player doing it to you. I bet you Andrada was pissed. Oh, Andrada said some shit back to him on social media, and then he used a homophobic slur, and then he got fined. I'm dead. So everyone's
They're both Argentinian, huh?
Yeah, everyone's just getting in trouble, man. I know they got to have that like Argentinian brotherhood to be like, hey, te calmas, cabrón, no que chingado.
Nah, Andrada was pissed.
No, that fool was fucking pissed. I'd be like, see me on the streets of Monterrey, my guy. They're probably neighbors. All right, folks, let's bring it to around the leagues. A whole bunch of stuff. We did have Champions League last week, so we'll try to go over them at a pretty good pace just because it's been about a week since those happened. But we had quarterfinals, now moving into semifinals. The semifinalists that we have now, Borussia Dortmund, after a freaking heart stopper with Atletico Madrid that, in all honesty, unless you go for either of them, you didn't really watch. Because it was at the same time as what, PSG Barcelona?
Yeah.
Yeah. In that leg, we got PSG flipping it on Barcelona. We'll go over it in a second. We got Bayern beating my Arsenal, de mi corazón. And then we got Real Madrid hanging in there tough to win it in penalties over City. Let's start it with your Barcelona, Cesar.
Yeah.
Estaba cabrón la cosa. They scored the 1-0. Which put them two goals up. Rafinha looked like he was going to put the team on his back again. And then El Menso de Ronald Araujo tackles Barcola.
Barcola, yeah.
While he was trying to get into the box to score a breakaway. The ref took it as what is it? Clear and obvious that you're cutting a play towards goal. Right? Yeah, dog so. Dangerous.
Denial of obvious scoring opportunity.
Esa madre. Yeah.
Goal scoring opportunity.
Yeah, so he gets a red. Thankfully for Barcelona, they mark it outside the box. Free kick, no goal. But no mames, that opened the floodgates.
Yeah, because it was so early. It was at the 29th minute. And after that is when everything broke loose. Yeah.
It took about 10 minutes to get Dembele's goal, but it just looked like at that point they're just holding on for dear life.
Yeah, it's because Xavi brought out Lamine Yamal, right?
Yep.
It was Lamine Yamal was one of the clear threats that Barcelona had going forward. He was involved in that goal that Rafinha scored. And it's like you took away that piece, and all of a sudden, Barcelona has no attack whatsoever.
Yamal gave the assist.
Yeah.
And in theory, you got to take out somebody, an attacking player, put in a defender, right? Because if not, you have three in the back because your center back got red. He puts in Íñigo Martínez, so you go four in the back. You take out an attacker. In my opinion, if you guys saw in the Discord, you know who I wanted to come out, Lewandowski.
He should have come out, yeah.
I wanted Lewandowski to come out because then you don't have to touch the team at all, right? You already have two mids, and then you have usually like a 10, like a more floating mid who is Gundogan for Barcelona. He could be your fake striker, and you just hold on for dear life.
Yeah.
Right? But what you did by taking out Yamal, who's your right wing, you open up Pedri, right? And you still go two in the middle with Gundogan and De Jong. And then Pedri, who is not like the most fit. Yeah. He comes out in the 60th minute, probably exhausted.
And it's not the same profile as Lamine Yamal.
Lamine Yamal, you can literally go defensive heavy 9 players and have him solo.
Yeah.
And then vámonos, cabrón.
Y se va a correr and gambetear, and he'll get you a foul, or he'll get you a corner or a shot on goal. But he'll do something. Lewandowski is not that type of player. He's a player who's in the box and is a striker and just waits until he gets a goal, a tap in or a header, lo que sea.
It was all about that hold up play. I'm assuming that's why they wanted him in there, right? Experience, trying to, I don't know, get into mind games and hopefully dig in and get a win somehow because they were still up by 1 goal.
Yeah.
But it just didn't work, and se les vino todo, güey. Vitinha's golazo, and in Vitinha's golazo, it was a long shot, right? So who needs to be there? You're forward.
Yeah.
And Lewandowski no salió a tapar.
And they had done a similar play before that goal. It was like the same corner kick style, except Vitinha crossed it instead of shooting it. So in that second one, he just said, you know what? I have no pressure. I'm just going to shoot it. Y sopas.
Y mocos, cabrón.
It was just... And then Xavi also gets a red. And I felt like the experience that Xavi, he didn't have enough experience. Lo mató la experiencia. He got nervous. You could tell the players then got nervous. That penalty that Cancelo did was right after Xavi got a red because Cancelo was nervous as well. All this energy was transmitted from Xavi into the players, and all of a sudden everybody's making mistakes.
Everything fell apart. And it was Mbappe time at that point, right? Everybody kept saying Mbappe was a ghost, right? Que no se veía.
Yeah.
Right? And yeah, maybe he did struggle and wasn't like the most visible, but when they needed him, he came through. He got the penalty, and then he got the final goal. Y vámonos a la casa, Barcelona, even though you're already there.
On the sideline, just laughing it off.
Dembele was laughing.
Just enjoying life.
He's like, ¿cuánto dinero les quité?
He's
all
like,
your money in my pocket.
Aquí estoy, ustedes pa' su casa, y yo le sigo.
Y él sigue. Yeah, so PSG gets Borussia Dortmund. In my opinion, that's a pretty favorable matchup for PSG, for Mbappe to make it through to a final. Without Messi, without Neymar.
Hot take, Borussia takes that one.
That would be good. I could see it. I don't think it's that uneven, but I think it's the easier thing than if they would have been on Real Madrid's side or even a Bayern. On the other side, Real Madrid versus City was probably the biggest one on the other side. In the second leg, Real Madrid was up 1-0, Rodrigo goal, and then De Bruyne puts one away when City just looked like they just couldn't fucking score.
Yeah.
Tenían, y no. And Haaland's just not showing up in these big moments. No. But to be honest, nobody else is Foden tampoco. But they just couldn't put it away. De Bruyne gets one. Beautiful
Very
goal.
lucky one, too.
He skied it, right? He put it, like, roofed it. And then it goes to penalties.
Yeah, once it went to penalties, you knew Real Madrid was the favorite. That's what they were banking on, just defending relentlessly. Rudiger, Fernandes, Kroos, Camavinga. They were just running, trying to defend, and just the tiki-taka that City wants to play is just in that moment when you have 11 players inside the box sometimes, like you need that special player.
You need people to like swarm the box, right? And they're all like, everyone plays behind the ball.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody wants to be in front. Nobody wants to be waiting for crosses. And that's what Holland needs. Balls in the box. And they weren't doing anything towards that. And that's what happens when you play Real Madrid. You cannot leave it to coin flips, especially in penalties. Y les fue mal. Lunin was able to shine, right? He stopped 2.
Yeah.
Right? Kovacic and then Bernardo Silva's terrible.
Pinche penal, güey. No
He
manches.
tried to do a fake Panenka, right?
Just no decision, man.
Well, I mean, a lot of the times it can be good to shoot it down the middle, right?
Statistically, yes.
Yeah. Pero güey, no mames, you got to make sure the keeper's moving.
Yeah. And
we saw that right before they went to the penalties, Kepa was talking to Luna and he said, hey.
Fernando's goes up.
Homeboy kicks it straight to the middle, dog. Just wait a second. And literally, Bernardo Silva looked shocked, like fuck, this fool knew I was going to do it. I do it, and he knew I'd do it.
Yeah. Very deserved for Real Madrid, in my opinion, just because of the way you defended.
Yeah.
Just City didn't do enough. Paso casa.
And it looked like City had it because Modric missed his, right?
Oh, yeah, the first one.
Yeah, and then back-to-back misses from City. I mean, more than anything, I was surprised that Ederson took the 5th one.
For real.
And when he kicked it, he was like, gave like a side eye, like, así se hace cabrones, yo su perra madre.
Yeah.
Pinches cabrones can't help me out.
With the lefty, too. I thought it was a really nice PK.
It was really well taken.
Yeah, I mean, just Pep does it again. I guess last year was only his year. But doesn't seem like he had it this time.
No se pudo. Yeah, it seemed like he needed a little extra, and the superstars he got didn't give that little extra. Yeah. But the superstars that Madrid had did, and I'll even say not even the superstars. I've been noticing lately, Lucas Vazquez has been putting on banger of matches.
Yeah.
Right? We'll talk about it in a second, but he gives them the goal versus Barcelona. And he was hustling here, took an amazing penalty kick, and they got the dub.
Yeah, he locked down Doku on that other side as well.
Carvajal was struggling with him once Doku came in. But no, great match.
Defense wins you championships, bro.
Yeah, Ancelotti just knows how to get through.
Just with that little fucking ojo así para arriba. Vámonos. The power of friendship.
The power. Those memes are so funny. Pep Guardiola tactics, possession, movement.
In that video, nobody talk. Everybody sit down. I see. All strict. And
that's
Ancelotti
what it is.
Was just like, yo, guys, chillax.
Ancelotti's all vibe. Hey, just pass the ball to Vinny, toca la paca.
Bellingham was telling CBS or someone that at halftime, he saw that the boss, Ancelotti, was yawning.
Yeah.
He asked him, hey, boss, are you tired or what? And Ancelotti responded, yeah, because you're not putting in work.
Yeah, he's like, excite me, right?
Yeah.
He's like, excite me this next half. And that it motivated him. That he's like, let's go. Let's put in that work.
Yeah.
Cuando uno sabe.
Just
no?
Ancelotti's that guy.
The winners know how to win. The last one that I really wanted to talk about, my Arsenal, unfortunately, they lost against Bayern. The 1-0 in Bayern is better than honestly a lot of people thought they probably would be doing there at Allianz Arena. But yeah, Joshua Kimmich goal, put him away. And nomás, también the same thing. I don't know if it's like a British thing, if it's the EPL thing. Puro pinche tiki-taka y no substance. Hacia la pinche portería, güey.
Yeah.
Right? And then EPL, you're scoring average on 5 goals a damn game. And over here, you're just not even getting there, right? Like, the team just looks like they don't have the oomph to get into the box with something concrete, right?
Yeah, it's just, I honestly think it's just that winning mentality. That, like, you've been there, you know that you're meant to be there. Arsenal, haven't really been there, especially not with this team last year. They played Europa, right?
Yeah, they got eliminated in Europa.
Yeah, so they couldn't even win Europa, bro. Like, it's tough. And then this team is still young. They still need to get to those latter stages where they get that experience and are meant to be there. And even as an institution, Arsenal has never won the Champions League, so they don't really know how to play champions and be in those latter stages compared to Bayern Munich, who've won it multiple times.
Yeah.
And I think at the end of the day, eso lo que pesa.
Yeah, I think they do need a couple of key pieces more than anything, people that have won something.
Yes.
Right? I would love a Florian Wirtz just won as an underdog, the Bundesliga with Bayer Leverkusen, right? I would love somebody that's, if they can find a Champions League winner from like that Inter squad or one of these Real Madrid players. There's rumors that they might get Mendy, right?
Oh, interesting.
Like, get somebody from winning squads. Get them onto your squad so that they can be there in the locker room when things aren't working and be like, all right, cabrones, I've been in this exact same situation. We're going to make it out.
And that's really interesting because they got Zinchenko with that winning Premier League mentality. They've won it, and he doesn't even play.
Ni lo mete.
Y te apuesto que no pesa in the locker rooms.
Well, no, wait. I mean,
and it's like, damn, bro, like that. You can tell the difference in the mentality there.
I mean, I'm not to be mean, but like, he's the tiniest motherfucker out there.
It doesn't matter. Like, puede ser Modric is the same size and él pesa.
Pero es diferente la cosa.
Pues sí,
También.
pero
Tipo de juego, the type of play, the player, y todo. But yeah, Arsenal not looking great in that match. A lot of people criticized why Arteta put Martinelli, who hadn't been playing for a while, why they started him right over Trossard, who had been killing it in league. If you have your starters in league that are killing
he scored like 5 minutes in today.
Okay, wait, that's what we're saying. You need more than 20 minutes is what we're saying. But the question that people were saying was like, ¿por qué se mueve tanto? Like, why are you moving sometimes? Why not other times? Figure it out. Get yourself a winning team. You're not instilling this winning mentality in Arsenal either as the coach. So what are you going to do to make this? Are you the guy or are you not the guy? Because Harry Kane, once again, te la mete.
Yeah.
Está cabrón. But yeah, now we got the semifinals. You got
Wait,
Dortmund.
I have a question for you. Do you think Arteta's the guy?
Yeah.
You think he's the one to take you to Champions League glory?
Yeah, he's also a young coach, right? So he's got to cook a bit. He's got young players. They got to cook a bit. One person hot take that I don't think is that guy that I think needs maybe somebody competition to take his spot is Martinelli. I think Martinelli is getting exposed right now with Trossard playing in his position. And what exposed him was now he's picking up some injuries, right? And then he comes in and they need him to be A1, and he's just not there. He said, not that, like, you need somebody on the other side from Saka that's killing it. You needed a 9. Gabriel Jesus getting exposed. Havertz, we all know, is not a 9.
He's been killing it lately.
In league, pero también todos, güey. No mames. People saying EPL is a farmers league.
To be fair, they're losing
they're all out.
Yeah. In the UEFA coefficients, they're losing a position.
Está cabrón. I mean, bro, you're Newcastle. A la casa en groups. No mames. Yeah, United sucking.
Yeah.
Right?
No, Newcastle no me lo toques. Ahorita we're in rebuild phase, okay?
And they lost today, baby. We're not even talking about them. Así están de mal los cabrones. Really quickly, you want Dortmund to pass? You think Dortmund Real Madrid's final?
Oh, yeah. Probably, yeah.
I think it's going to be PSG Real Madrid. Mbappe versus Mbappe's future.
That'd be a good one to watch.
And then
everybody tune in.
Florentino Perez is going to be, hey.
But imagine if Dortmund takes the whole thing, bro. That'd be crazy.
I don't think Dortmund would survive whoever's on the other side, either Bayern or...
Yeah, true.
But if Dortmund passes, it'd be sick if it was
Bayern.
Their Klassiker.
Just like, what, 2009 or something like that?
Something like
11.
That. All right, let's move on to EPL because my Arsenal at the top of the league by ourselves, technically for a split second. They won. They beat Wolves 2-0. And then they smacked Chelsea yesterday 5-0. Toma la pinche Chelsea, cabrones. Yeah, Chelsea had no Cole Palmer.
No Cole Palmer, no party.
Nope. Así es la cosa.
He was out injured. He was illness, right? It wasn't even an injury.
I don't even know, but what's his name? Pochettino came out and said this team needs to learn how to win without Cole Palmer. They need to learn that this team is their team, not Cole Palmer's team.
Damn.
You know, it's a little bit wild. How does, like, he got rejected out of City.
Yeah.
And then over here he comes. No, mames, güey, ¿cómo los
He
trae?
runs it. Yeah, no, it's crazy too because just for Pochettino to come out and say that because they were just fighting for that PK. And, like, he's the one that took the PK.
Well, because with that, I think he hit 20 goals on the season, right? And he was like...
No, but he came out and said, I was the penalty taker anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're busting my balls, but, like, that's not Palmer's team. Well, it definitely looks like it's Palmer's team.
It is. I mean, it's definitely not Nicolas Jackson's team who was trying to take that one away from him. Like, wait, what business do you have? I know you need to... It felt like he needed the goal, right? Like, for himself. But at the end of the day, you need somebody that's going to for sure put it away, and that's why he's assigned to it, right? He's the penalty kick taker.
But no, 5-0 is crazy. Arsenal just was moving around the ball bien tranqui, bien fácil.
That's why
the spaces.
That's why people are saying, like, dog, is Premier League too easy? Or, like, what's going on? Está fácil.
A veces the teams como que se apendejan because Chelsea is better than this.
Sometimes.
They should be better than this.
I mean, they're ninth.
They
should be, yes.
They weren't even doing that bad the past few games.
Especially money-wise, right? How much they spend, $500 million or whatever. Like, yeah. Should be better.
Metieron 6 al Everton.
Yes, okay, way.
No manches.
No. Nope. That puts Arsenal at 77. And then Liverpool ended up slipping up today in the Merseyside derby. They lost to Everton 2-0, so that kept them at 74 points. City, 2 games in hand, but they're at 73 points. They play Brighton tomorrow, so va a estar bueno. Maybe a little psychological game going on, right?
With who?
Now City is behind points, and they're obligated. They need to win. Anything other than 2 wins in those 2 games makes them tied with Arsenal, and Arsenal has a better goal differential. So Arsenal would then be at the top, in control of their destiny. Think about it that way. It's a different way of thinking about it, right? City winning, yeah, they're 2 points up. Así es, right? Pero anything other than winning, and you're second. One of them. Está cabrón.
Lo que sí te quiero decir es que City is used to being in positions like this.
Yeah, I mean, sure they are, but now the position changes, right? The psychological piece. Pep Guardiola came out and said how pissed off he was that they had to play the Cup semifinal exhausted, right, after losing in Madrid or at home versus Madrid. And then you go and you have to play a tough match against Chelsea. You win it, but now 3-4 days later, you come tomorrow, you have to play Brighton. Not an easy squad. Play a Nottingham Forest fighting for relegation. I don't know.
After that, right? They play Brighton and then Nottingham.
Está bueno.
Está buena la cosa, but City should have the depth to be able to get all these dubs.
Yeah, they got to get it done. In Cup, yeah, like what I mentioned, they won 1-0. There was a very controversial no call on a handball. Cole Palmer, who else would it be, right? Shoots a free kick and it hits Grealish or somebody in the hand.
Yeah.
And no call. I mean, it looked like a handball.
Yeah, it did.
Stretched out hand.
I have no idea why it didn't get called.
No.
They're in the wall, right? Grealish is in the wall, extends his arm, y le pega la mano.
Yeah.
No entiendo.
The wall opens up, and then when I don't remember if it's Grealish, but when he opens up, it hits the arm. I would think you would mark it, but they didn't, and they make the money for it, and I don't. We'll see, no. On the other side of the coin, Coventry versus United ended up being a crazy match. Coventry down 3-0, and then they ended up coming back, and it was 3-3. They had the 4-3.
They did,
and it got taken away off of like a inch of offside.
A hairline.
No man,
it was crazy because I was watching the live. Haji Wright just gives a nice pass, and then the other Coventry player just slots it in.
Haji Wright
balling out, absolutely balling out. And I was like, no way, like they actually came back. It's such a United way to lose. But then by their luck, they got it called back.
Did you see the fans that left the stadium?
Oh, yeah, the United fans?
There's a video of them trying to get back in because they left thinking they had lost with that goal. And then the goal got disallowed, and they had already left. And they did not let them back in.
Para que se les quite.
Para que se les quite, cabrones. For no tener confianza.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they go to penalties. Coventry has some really rough goes with some of their star players. Their captain skies one.
Yeah, dude.
Hoyland puts it away, and nobody really celebrates it.
Except Anthony.
Oh, my. That's so bad.
Dude,
yeah, Hoyland
so
scores. He takes it behind the net. And he's like, "Vámonos, cabrones." And then they pan out, and 80% of the team is just like, "Oh, bro, we fucking suck."
Yeah, Bruno Fernandes just walking to the other
They're all
players.
upset, right?
Good job.
No, Harry Maguire was the first one over there to be proper, right? Show some class.
Yeah.
Shake some hands. And then Anthony hits them with the "I can't hear you" thing, right? Like, ay, pinche güey, no mames.
It's like he wants to be him, but it's so cringe.
Es falta de educación.
Es como un chiquillo que tiene like a stuck-up kid.
Yeah, but like, my guy, you don't know how to win.
No.
That's not how you win. You were up 3-0 against a second-tier side, and you ended up almost losing.
Yeah, which you should have lost.
If the soccer gods would have been just. Pero todavía, güey, he didn't even shoot a penalty. To have the fucking balls, the disrespect to look at them and fucking pull that off. Oh, my God.
Yeah, and he got Nacho, bro.
Yeah, I hope they fucking send him away at the end of the season. God damn.
I was watching some of his on TikTok. They're like 5 most embarrassing moments of Anthony, and like they're just some cringe ass moments he's done since he got a United.
Someone needs to talk to that fool. A little coaching. All right, let's take it to La Liga really quick. El Clásico happened over the weekend. I say really quick because Real Madrid took it and they're taking the lead. They won 3-2, and everyone screaming robbery.
Yeah.
But to be honest, there's a lot that happened here. So let's unpack it a little bit. What everyone's saying robbery for is 2 goals that went 2 different ways. The penalty given to Real Madrid because Lucas Vázquez got past Cubarsí, right? Cubarsí sticks a leg out, puts it on the ground, and basically Lucas Vázquez almost like drags the leg across it and then gets the contact involved.
Yeah.
Right. Was that a penalty?
Yes. In my opinion, it was.
Yeah, you're not supposed to have that leg out there, right? Like, there's no business. A lot of people are like, well, he dragged into the contact, right? He drags his foot. The leg's right there. I can literally, like, instead of hurdling it, just fucking pull my leg, and then I hit it, and then I fall.
Yeah.
And that's what people are saying. That's not a foul. You looked for the contact, right?
Yeah.
But Cubarsí had no business. No. That's a kid thing, leaving the leg all the way out there, my guy. It was like a typical defender, you know, when you like they cut on you and all you do is like throw the leg out like this.
Yeah.
That's all he did. But it was far from his body.
Yeah.
It was far from his body. So like you're like, my guy, you don't have to have it there. You're making it's easy pickings for an attacker to just be like, my guy, I'm gonna trip over it.
Yeah.
Lucas Vázquez is a veteran.
Yeah. Champions League winner.
Yeah, so he's like, he probably saw it. I was like, oh my God, you're about to learn, my guy. So everybody's pissed off about that, and that's been like a running theme in footy lately, right? The dragging of the legs, the Saka goal, the Saka penalty kind of started it.
The dragging as the attacker, right?
As the attacker, dragging your leg, is it a penalty if you create contact or if you get hit? Everyone said in Saka's, it was like the keeper was nowhere in the path, right? So that he created it. In this case, Cubarsí's leg was literally in his way.
Yeah.
So he couldn't get out of it. He could have jumped over, but he didn't need to.
Right.
So he gets hit. Penal. All right. And then Barcelona doesn't get a goal given to them.
Yeah.
Right? Who was it? Was it Yamal?
Lamine Yamal, beautiful flick from a corner
From a corner, flicks it. The team wasn't even ready, it looked like. And Lunin from inside pushes outwards and gets contact on the ball right on the line,
quote unquote,
allegedly, pushes it out, and everyone loses their shit. They check VAR. Apparently, VAR, from the angles that they could get, they see that it could possibly be a fraction touching it, but they don't have the eagle eye.
Yeah,
nobody paid for it.
No goal line technology either.
But the Laporta voted against the technology.
No manches, really?
Implementing it. Real Madrid, Florentino Perez voted for it to implement it, but it would have cost teams a certain amount of money. And Barcelona said no. And they would.
That's so funny. I'm dead.
And if they would have used it here, they could have found it because the end ruling was that you couldn't tell clearly that it was in, so you could not mark it a goal.
Yeah, correct.
Right? Is that kind of deductive reasoning?
So they voted, so they saved some money, which in turn may have cost them more money.
Exactly.
Dude, that's crazy. But yeah, I mean, that it was really hard for me. It's more of like an institution thing. Like La Liga should have goal line technology.
You're trying to be the best team in the world.
Biggest league in the world. No mames, you should have it.
But
yeah, I mean, Barcelona just unfortunate in these situations. I don't think it's blatantly obvious that Real Madrid was favored in all of them or in any of them. So I'm just like, well, Barcelona just wasn't good enough in this. That third goal that they scored was an exact replica of PSG's goal in Champions League, where they just cross it across the box, and Joao Cancelo just isn't marking his man, and they just have a tap in. It was right after they scored as well. It was like Fermin Lopez scored at the 69th, and then Vasquez scored at the 73rd.
That fool scored and did the stand up on the thing, and he's like, "We won this, baby."
Yeah,
couldn't be further from the truth.
Just Barcelona, just not good enough.
Just not good enough. And Real Madrid being clutch, right?
Yeah, Bellingham, belly goal. He's
goal,
that guy.
and he had to score and do the slide with the goal. It looks so epic.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jesus, man, this team, they're just too good, and they're going to get better.
Yeah, somebody like Lucas Vasquez assisted in that first goal and then scored in that second. I think he was even involved in that third one. I don't remember. But he's not even starting usually.
Those are the unlikely heroes, right? We talked about it. Remember, mid-season, Brahim Diaz all of a sudden started killing it.
Yeah.
And you're like... Barcelona can't even catch a break with their starters, but Real Madrid's got these random fools coming up and killing it, right? Yeah. So, yeah, Lucas Vasquez hitting a second breath of fresh air right now, y rompiéndola, and yeah. But the one thing that a lot of people I don't see talking about that are Barcelona fans, the goal that Christensen scored, the 1-0, he got a big old push on Toni Kroos on the header, right? As a defender, those are the worst. You would hope that there's VAR because forwards are always jump on your back, right? And they push you down and you just kind of scrunch down. And you could see Toni Kroos like totally get yeeted down, asking for it, but they don't give it to him. I don't even think they check VAR.
If they did call it, it was a soft foul.
It would have been a soft foul, but those are usually the amontonamiento ones that the refs will call. Like, it kind of looked like it, and I don't want to give the goal, right? So... foul on the defender, right? But it's like you touch the keeper, kind of foul, right?
No,
it would have been one of those.
No, nothing should have been called. I think it was what happened was fine. Le ganó la posición, man.
No le ganó la posición.
Le ganó la posición.
Toni Kroos is standing straight up, and the guy goes over him. That's not winning the position.
¿Cómo no? ¿Cómo no?
You have to go vertical. You have to go up. And Christensen goes forward into Kroos, and if you don't allow Kroos to go up, which you could see in the video, Kroos goes down because he gets over him. That's a foul. It can be as soft as you want it to be. That's a foul.
Te ganó la posición.
It can be.
He was stronger than you.
No, it's
Christensen.
Bro, if I jump on top of you and you can't get up, I'm not gonna be like I'm stronger than you.
Why am I gonna let you?
Side to side is stronger than you.
No,
side to side, right? Those over the top are fouls. They can be fouls. They were not marked here.
That was not a foul.
Pero de eso no se quejan.
Anything can be a foul, but that wasn't a foul. Ahí le ganó la posición porque lo dejaste.
If that would have been a foul, people wouldn't have made a big deal about it.
Yeah, they would have.
No.
Sí, güey.
No.
Le ganó la
Nomás para que vean la gente que también del otro lado, pues, hay cosas. People got to know that. All right, but yeah, de todos modos, the Barcelona is 11 points behind. So, ¿de qué le sirve, Cesar? Let's move it on.
They would have been, what, 73, 79? They would have been like 5 points.
They would have been 5 with that, yeah, if they would have won. Pero también tampoco iban a ganar, güey. It would have been the tie with something, right?
Fucking y'all, Cancelo.
Let's move it on to the CONCACAF Champions League. Let's bring it local. Today is Monterrey Columbus, so we're not going to figure out who's getting a head start towards winning that matchup. But yesterday we did get America Pachuca. It was a really good match. I loved the tempo of this match. Dude. It was 1-1, America Pachuca, but it's what I expected out of both of them. America usually counterattack, but very fast. Pachuca just fucking pedal to the metal most of any game. And that's what ended up happening. Pachuca, their young kids just looked like they were on it. America got the 1-0. Pachuca got the goal so that they can go back to Pachuca, not down, which is, I think, what Almada would take any day. America has to go into Pachuca, which they don't usually do great at.
Yeah, historically, they're really bad in Pachuca. But yeah, no, I think this Pachuca team is really young, intense, technical as well. And they have Idrissi, who's just a beast. Yeah. He's so good. He had America wondering left and right where he was. Every time he got the ball, it's like he was dangerous.
Yeah.
You couple that in with somebody like El Chiquito Sanchez, who's just a workhorse who just is everywhere. And then Rondon, and then the kids to supplement. Like, this Pachuca team is really good, and it's Almada at it again.
Yeah, Almada is cooking with these kids. But you look at this and you see the triple-digit numbers. You see the high double-digit numbers. That's how you know these kids are not first-team squad usually. But they're getting the college right now, and they're putting in the work. They do exactly what Almada needs of them. And, in all honesty, I think Pachuca is going to take it at home.
America had a lot of chances they needed to put away. They missed a couple. And what I worry about America is that they're getting sort of, I don't know if it's complacent. I think it's a mixture between complacency and like getting in each other's way. Mm-hmm. You saw in like the Valdez or the Martins getting in each other's way, or like what happened against Pumas that we'll talk about. So that's what I'm kind of worried with America, but they should have enough talent and enough opportunities at Pachuca that they should win.
Yep.
I'll still take America just by a slight margin, but it's going to be a really good game.
Estar cabrón. That'll move us right into Liga MX. Like you said, drama happening in the Pumas versus America game. Pumas beat America 2-1. So America is going a couple games now without a victory, which is
La ley del ex, right?
Not something that we see a lot of. Leo Suarez balling out. What did you get? A goal and an assist? He had to, because I could tell that he was salty that he got kicked out of America. So
and he celebrated when he scored. No así como Dembele, pero a lo Dembele, but he still celebrated. Yeah. And then after he was like, it was a really important win for us. Like this win was for the fans. Like, bien identificado con los fans all of a sudden, güey.
All of a sudden.
Pero, no, I mean, this was a good slap in the face for America, in my opinion. Pumas needed to win to continue trying to make it in the top 10. And America needed this loss para que sepan que they're not invincibles.
It's a good time for the loss because they still have one match. Then they have the CONCACAF Champions League, right, where they have to figure out a way to turn it on. And then they have a break for the play-in week, and then they get their playoffs, right? So if it was about like a reality check, it's a good time for one. And Los Güeyes de la América themselves gave each other reality checks, no? What was it? Henry Martin with Brian Rodriguez started talking shit to each other, huh?
Yeah. Brian Rodriguez le metió una patadota a Cesar Huerta, and that he ended up getting a red, and Henry Martin, as the captain, went over there and was like arguing with him. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're leaving us with 10 men. Dándole como si fuera, como lo que tiene que hacer un capitán.
Yeah.
So I really like that from Henry, but maybe that from there, that was the weekend. It seems like it's carried on, which it's kind of worrying some of the America fans to where, like, are the locker room falling apart?
Yeah.
The egos are getting in the way.
The rumors that Brian Rodriguez was out, right? So, I mean, it would make sense. And he's probably going to be out soon.
Yeah, and some other rumors was that, you know how they have that podcast with Kevin Alvarez, Lichnowsky, and then Miguel Ayun, I think, is in there too. They invited Henry Martin, and Henry Martin was like, nah, I'm not available. He said no.
That fool's probably about his business.
Yeah,
like,
and that's what the guys were
work.
saying. The guys were saying he's probably just upset about the loss that he doesn't want to deal with
those
us.
fools probably be annoying as fuck too. Like Lichnowsky looks so fucking annoying. That fool's on loan, bruh. Like chill the fuck out.
True.
Like he's having way too much fun.
He is. I mean, he's at America. He's probably like, hell yeah, I'm enjoying this shit.
Nah, bruh.
But I mean, I'll enjoy their podcast. But I can see Henry Martin why he wouldn't go.
Pónganse a jugar, cabrones. Jesus Christ. Chivas, they beat Querétaro 2-0 and they won 4 in a row, cabrones.
Yeah, desde que América les dio una paseada en su estadio.
It's time. They had to do something. They turn it around. They're doing well now. It's very hard to trust like whether they're going to show up in big matches, but they're doing it, right? Without Chicharito, so hopefully he comes back now out of his injury for this last match against Atlas. But a ver qué. And then the last one I wanted to call out in Liga MX, Tigres. They scored 5 in 20 minutes to beat Necaxa 5-2. Y 3 goles del Chelo, de Marcelo Flores.
Y otro gol de
Gignac.
Un golazo de Gignac. Pero el otro gol de...
It was the Ociel Herrera.
De Ociel Herrera. Golazo. It was a beautiful touch on the ball that he did. I was like, no mames, way. Pero el Chelo balling out after having a few blunders. He's, like a month ago. Mm-hmm. Now he's turning it on, and it's good to watch. It's good to see.
We all knew he had the quality. It's
19,
just about
right?
It's just about figuring out a way to show that quality in big moments, turn them into goals or contributions, dangerous plays. Because before he seemed like the player that would just like te burla 3-4 acá, but when is he gonna do over there by the goal, right? And now he's fucking doing it. He's hella dangerous.
Yeah, and it seems like Iñak has taken him under his wing.
That's good.
Telling him, yo, ponte las pilas, cabrón.
Yeah.
Because now sí está pesando más.
Which is kind of good. Like it's almost like obviously it's not an equivalent to being in Europe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But like to have a player that's played Champions League, that played at the top level Ligue 1, that was
the French national team.
That was on the French national team. Yeah. Hell yeah. Coach my son, dog. Take him under your wing. Right? So now we're coming up on the last week of the season, folks. Like we said at the beginning, we're going to have a Pick'ems episode on Goals TV where we're going to go over the last week of matches and who we think will win. But basically the playoffs, like we know the structure, 1 through 10 basically make it. And then 6 through 10 have a play-in, right? They have their own mini tournament to figure out who makes it 1 through 8. Stay tuned for that so that you guys can see who we think will make it in. Super quick, Cesar, en MLS Cali Clásico. Our pinches Earthquakes todavía no ganan los dueños.
Oh, yes. They're a lost cause, bro.
They finally showed a little bit of life.
Yeah.
But it's just ni dan ganas de verlos, and they're just bad. Now they're rumored to have signed a center attacking mid. Who knows if that'll actually happen?
Who knows even if he does come, if he's going to fit in, if he's going to produce. Seattle just bought like a big price tag player. He's been injured all season.
Yeah, for real.
So a lot of variables that can happen. But yeah, I mean, Quakes this game were down 3-0, and then they showed life. I don't know if they tied or they scored 3 goals. The game ended 4-3. But I think they're just really novice mistakes that they make in the defense with Yarbrough, with the 2 center backs, with
they're just getting exposed for the quality. They don't have the quality.
Just don't have quality.
Look at the damn roster. It's just not good enough for a professional team, on all honesty. And they're getting hella fucking exposed. That's why they're dead last. And this team needs 3 to 4 to 5 new players there on the bench too, not just in the starting lineup. You need 3 players off of that bench that are good players. Look at LAFC, and anybody on that bench will be a game changer. And the Earthquakes are not even halfway to that point.
They haven't even started. And that's the thing. Like, I don't want to hate on the Quakes so bad, but holy shit, like, why are some people, some fans celebrating that we get a cam? It's like, all right, we should have had a cam. Like, mames way. Like, we should have had like 3, 4, 5 more players, but like, bro, like
the good thing is it's supposed to be a record breaking deal of $7 million, which is like double, almost triple the highest they've ever done, which is good, right? You see terrible results, you have to make changes. Yeah, unfortunately, the Quakes should already have him, but now they're finally getting him. Might be overpaying for this player, But the thing is, the owners need to understand they need more and more and more than this, because this one player is not going to win anything for the Quakes.
Does it make me excited?
Nope.
Not really.
Estar cabrón.
Good, we got him, pero
Yeah.
need more.
Yeah. Elsewhere in the Bay Area, in the NWSL side, our Bay FC de Nuestros Corazones, who we do love and support, but they lost 5-2 versus Casey Current. And our homegirl, Alex Loera, she tore her ACL, man.
Yeah, really upset when I seen that. It was really sad for her.
Oh, captain, my captain, la capitana.
Season just starting.
Center defensive mid. We saw her score an amazing banger of a goal. And, yeah, she's out for the season.
That sucks, man. Key piece in that center defensive midfield for Bay FC.
That's a tough spot to lose your best player, to lose one of your best players out. Let's bring it on home then, Cesar. Games to watch. Cesar, let's go.
In the Conca Champions, we got America against Pachuca. But America's traveling to Pachuca, and historically, they don't do so well. We'll see if they can get a dub out of a very tough stadium.
I got 2 matches in the championship that's coming to a close. Sheffield Wednesday, they're trying to save themselves. They play West Brom, who's trying to get a promotion playoff spot, so that's going to be tough for them. And then Birmingham, they play against Huddersfield. They're both in relegation, so that's going to be a direct match to see who can claw their way out.
In the Premier League, we got Aston Villa against Chelsea. Chelsea will want to bounce back after their 5-0 embarrassment to Arsenal. And Aston Villa will want to stay in that top 4 spot. So we'll see who comes out on top.
In La Liga, I got El Derby Sevillano. Real Betis versus Sevilla. Real Betis is trying to squeeze their way into a conference league. And Sevilla is just hoping the season ends and try to reset for next year.
Keeping it in the Premier League, we got Tottenham against Arsenal. It's a really big match for Arsenal. They need to beat Tottenham. If not, if they get anything but a win, they'll give a chance to Manchester City to catch up.
In the last week of Liga MX before playoffs, I got Cruz Azul versus Toluca, 2nd versus 3rd. If either of them lose, they're more than likely going to fall out of the top 4 and lose their home field advantage. All right, folks, that's all that we had. Like we always say, subscribe to all of our stuff on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you follow us, on YouTube. We're really growing thanks to you guys. We'll have more content on goals, so you guys can jump in there and follow us. And we got our tailgate coming May 4th.
Yeah, tailgate May 4th, San Jose Earthquakes against LAFC at Levi's. So keep an eye out for socials or the party full invite, and hope to see you guys there.
Appreciate y'all. We'll talk soon.
Peace.
Peace.